Hey there. So recently I was chatting with a friend of mine that has just moved here to St. George, and she's like, Mariah, literally, my life has totally changed since moving here. And I'm so excited to share with you reasons why people are moving here, the good, the bad, and everything in between. And we're going to hop into it right now. Mariah Curla here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if this is your very first time here. I'm a licensed and active real estate agent here in Utah, and this channel is literally everything you need to know about eating, working, playing, sleeping, and living in the St. George, Utah area. If that is of interest to you, consider subscribing down below. Make sure you tap that bell for notifications so you're notified every week we drop a new video. We hear from people like you all the time who are looking to make a move, who are looking to relocate, buy, or sell a property here in Utah, and we absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about making a move in a week, in a month, or even a year from now, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, and my team and I would absolutely love to chat with you. So there are so many reasons why people are making the move here to St. George, Utah. Number one, we'll just hop right into it. Simply the beauty. Yes, this place is gorgeous. If you like the red rocks, if you are into just really the natural plateaus and mountains and valleys that are here in this St. George area, this will probably be a really good fit for you. Number two, you can see right behind me, there are so many sports complexes. There are so many parks and recreation. You will be hearing pickleball going on throughout, I'm sure, my video, because the number of pickleball courts that are around here, the number of pickleball players, the number of really just recreational activities there are here in St. George are too many to even name. But I know, just these parks, you're going to see hikers and bikers. You see lots of people, like I said, playing pickleball. There's a biker that just went by me. Really, just if you are into an outdoor recreational type of lifestyle, St. George is probably going to be a really awesome fit for you. Number three, again, this one kind of lends itself really to the beauty and to the recreation, the national parks. These national parks here are spectacular. You've got Zion National Park that is literally 30 minutes here, away from St. George. You've got Bryce Canyon, you've got Capitol Reef, you've got all these slot canyons. You really have here too, you've got Snow Canyon Park, lots of different national, state parks, and then just the local parks that are nearby too. St. George takes a lot of pride in keeping these parks very clean and family friendly and really very accessible too. I know whenever we take our kids here, they're like, oh, they're always so excited to like try a new park and go check all these different things out because it gets so hot, which is actually going to be one of the cons that we're going to talk about. Pros and con for some people is the weather. And we're going to hop right into the weather. The weather here during the fall, the spring, and the winter time is usually very mild. The catch is the summers are hot. Yes. And when I say hot, we're talking 100 plus degrees for an extended period of time. And this is, the months of June, July, August. You are going to see a lot of hot, hot days. And with this being said, some people love that. And they're like, hey, you know what? I actually love the hot because I'm coming from a colder climate, or because the hot temperature here, it's going to feel very different than some of the other areas. If you're coming from Texas, if you're coming from, some of the East Coast places or even Midwest, the hot temperature here is different simply because it is a dry hot. We say dry hot because you're not going to feel a lot of the humidity that's here in the air simply because we're in a desert. The temperatures are something for you to be well aware of. Again, many people love it because majority of the year, it's going to feel very mild. It's going to feel very pleasant. Again, the outdoor recreation, you're going to see a lot of that. But the heat in the summertime can be a deal breaker for some people because they're like, if I want to get my workouts in, if I want to walk my dog, if I want to do all these different things, you're going to probably want to do that earlier in the morning or later on in the evening, simply because during the day, it's going to be a lot hotter. Moving right along though, this is something good to note. Yes, there are tons of gorgeous, beautiful parks just like this all throughout St. George, but many people that, really the weather factor can be a deal breaker one way or another. Moving right on to another pro of why people are moving here, simply the low crime rate and family friendly. Yes, there is a very low crime rate here in St. George, and it's a very family friendly place. And a lot of people are moving here simply they want to raise their families here. They love the strong sense of community that you will see. I know many years ago, I ended up running the St. George Marathon, and I've run other races here since. The number of participants and the community, the volunteers that come out to support the participants in these different events is unbelievable. And I know that's a huge draw, is just the sense of community, the sense of culture that you're going to experience here in St. George. Another big one, I've had some clients recently move here too. Like, Mariah, I just can't believe how clean it is. The streets are clean. You don't see a lot of graffiti. You don't see a lot of homeless people. You don't see a lot of that here. And it really is what many people see as like a retirement community too. And originally, many people were moving here for retirement, and they like the climate and a lot of the golf courses and just a slower pace of life. It's a smaller town that you're going to see as well. So many people are moving here simply because they're like, it's so beautiful. The recreation, I can be outside all year long, the outdoor activities. However, know this too. I was mentioning the sense of community that you're going to see here at the volunteers, the number of activities they have throughout the year. St. George is a big tourist destination. So you've got people coming in from all over the place because there are Ironmans that they have here, the big marathons, the triathlons that you're going to see. They've got different really community events and different festivals here. They've got the Huntsman Games, which is a seniors event that people play different sports and everything. All these different arts and music and festivals that are here draw in a bunch of people. So this is good and bad. Good for the economy, but this is one of those, disadvantages if you are looking at moving here. Sometimes, especially on those event sort of weekends, it is going to be packed. So you're going to want to plan ahead a little bit if you're planning on going to a restaurant. Many times those restaurants get backed up. I know many times my kids and I will come to different things and the kids are like, why is it taking an hour to order pizza? It's like, well, because a lot of people have the same idea as we do today. So just know, because there are so many different things here, it also lends itself where you're going to have to wait. And which leads into the next one is sometimes that traffic and congestion here. Again, on the President's Day weekends, on the Labor Day, on the Memorial Day, 4th of July, you're going to see a lot of people coming in here. And because of that, roads are going to get backed up. You're going to be at Costco. That gas line is going to be a mile long simply because everybody has the same idea and they're all coming here. So planning accordingly for some of those things is really important. The next con or disadvantage, something that really you should know if you're thinking about moving here too, is we are in a desert, and many of the water scarcity that they've been having here in St. George, because of that, there are schedules on when you can water your lawn. There are also different watering factors with that too. So just know you're going to see a lot of landscape that's going to be very eco-friendly landscape. Many families have their yards are all set up in a very eco-friendly way that they don't have to use a lot of water. So those kind of give you a little bit of a snapshot of some of the pros, some of the cons of that. But again, some of the major pros of why people are moving here: sense of community, family friendly, great retirement destination, all the outdoor activities, and really the proximity to all the parks and the recreation that are right here. However, some people feel like, oh, you know what? There is a St. George airport that's right here in St. George. But in terms of an international airport, you're going to need to go to Las Vegas, which is about an hour and a half south of St. George, or up to Salt Lake City, which is going to be a little over 3.5 hours up to Salt Lake. So those are some things that you should consider if you are thinking about making a move here. But again, the great outdoors, you've got family friendly, you've got a great retirement area, low crime rate, and just a really awesome, beautiful community. So hopefully this gives you an idea of some of the pros, some of the cons if you are thinking about making a move out here to St. George, Utah. And if you are, feel free to give my team and I a call. We hear from people like you all the time, and we absolutely love it. Take care and wish you a wonderful day. Bye.